Okay, fine. So now, not a great transition, but um, yeah. I like
We were
first,
doing
but
so good.
first, let's talk like because like
Okay.
some people who are watching this in the future might not know us. Like, let's just start from like the first time we had the first round of vaccines, and then we can talk about the more recent one that was Sunday.
Yeah, so the
Um,
first time we had our vaccines, we didn't have a routine. We were just still
mm-hmm.
in survival
We had
mode.
like yeah, ish.
We were
Like
still in
it was
survival
like
mode.
very ish. Like I had work days and everything set out, but it wasn't like there's nothing else.
We were like on the cusp of like leave like more like 1 foot in, 1 foot out of
hmm
survival, but more
Yeah.
like still in survival.
Yeah. Well, and then like I think we can break it down by like physical symptoms versus like what we were feeling emotionally and like with the kids and everything. Like physically with the first one, both of us had almost the exact same symptoms. Like we were slightly lethargic and like 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 a 1 out of 10 like kind of achy ish, just like oh like the places I normally have pain have a little more pain right now. But like mainly it was like the injection site was so sore that it felt like there was like a ball of steel just like
It was
impinging
like
our muscles.
burning.
Yeah,
Like it burned
for
for
like
like,
a day and a
ugh.
half, almost 2 days. Like halfway through the second day, we were like, "Oh, it's starting to feel better." But it
Hmm.
was like I not even thinking about the possible symptoms got it on my dominant arm, and Sam got it on her left arm, non-dominant for her. Um, and I couldn't work. I couldn't move the mouse because I couldn't keep my arm up at that angle. Like I just like I couldn't even move the lower half of my arm. But like we were still able to like function and like do things with our other arm.
A little bit. Like it was just if I remember it being like like free for all kind of 2 or 3
Uh-huh.
days. Like it feels like a blur.
Well, like we couldn't like
And
pick them up as much
I
and
mean,
like
I
do
had
stuff.
to. Like, what do you
Yeah.
mean we couldn't pick them up?
Like with
I had
Ollie,
to.
like with Kai,
Well,
yeah.
with Ollie,
But with
but
Ollie, it
like,
was like, here, get on my lap, and I'll put you in my left arm, and then we'll up.
well, that was like that was but
Yeah,
I had to keep
yeah,
picking Kai up and feeding
yeah,
him
yeah.
and
And then, but
everything.
yeah, luckily you got it on the arm where you're holding the bottle, because
Oh God, I
I feel like the
know.
other arm would have been harder to like
Yeah, he
hold
would
him
have
up
like been right here, like in this part
with
pressed,
his
like,
head.
oh, that would
Yeah.
have been tough. Yeah.
Um, but like looking back on it, I don't remember feeling like
Chills or like
well, and I don't remember feeling like oh, like I can't function as a human. Like it was harder, but
our
it was
house
harder.
like went from
Yeah,
being like in good
yeah.
shape to being like,
From shape to shambles.
oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
yeah. But
Mhm.
we were able to pick up the pieces pretty fast. I
Mhm.
feel like after that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It
Yeah.
threw us for all the loops.
Mhm.
And so then this next time we have a really good routine and everything. And so we got it. I actually so I have a needle phobia and it's always 50-50.
Mhm.
Like it's a flip of a coin. Am I gonna be okay, or are people gonna have to like our extra people gonna have to come and help me through this situation?
And it's not like it gets better over time. You know what I mean? Like it's not like, "Oh, I've gotten enough shots that like this time I'll be better." It's like sometimes she'll be like perfectly fine and just be like talking and like, "Oh yeah, I'm a little nervous," and then she'll get it and then it'll be fine. And then other times for no specific reason whatsoever, like tears, breakdown, like shivering, like
Like
unresponsive, hype,
hyperventilating.
yeah, like
Yeah, so
and you just
I
never
went in
know.
and
You just
I
never
didn't even think about
know.
it. Normally I do think about it. And I was a
Uh-huh.
little bit nervous and I didn't even think about it. It just sort of So he went in first because he filled out his paperwork way faster than I did. And then I go in and they're like waiting for somebody. And then they're like, okay, that person's free. And I was like starting to get a little bit nervous. But it was like, I remember last time it didn't hurt. Like the actual shot itself didn't hurt.
Yeah, it's like you don't even feel it.
No. And then he was like, "What arm?" And I was like, "This arm." And he was like, "Okay." And then he sat down, and then out of nowhere, I was like, "So just so you know, like I'm a little phobic of needles." And he was like, "Do you want somebody to come help you?" And I should have said no,
Hmm.
but I feel like I knew that I was like, "Yeah, no, I think I do." Yeah, I did. And this lady, beautiful lady, came over. She grabbed some gloves and she grabbed my hands. Well, she held my like she grabbed my hand. She like was like,
Hmm.
holding my hand, and she was like, "Everything's okay. Like, just take deep breaths." And I was like,
And at this point, I think
I think he,
I had
I think he
come
like
out of
even like
gotten mine,
smirked at me.
and I knew because I knew I was like,
But I was like
yeah,
and I was like, I know it's not gonna I was like word vomiting, like I know it's not gonna hurt, I know it's not gonna hurt, but like I just get so nervous and I just have this phobia of needles and like I just know it's not gonna hurt and oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And she was like, "It's okay, just do you wanna lie down?" And I was like, "No." And then like tears
oh,
were like welling up in my eyes and I was like, "I'm so sorry. I know that this is like I know that this I want this vaccine and I know that that I do want it and I'm not like I'm just so scared. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." She's like, "It's okay. Everything's okay." And then like clockwork, like every time that you have somebody come and help you, you have to stay there for longer because they have to make sure that you don't
that's true.
faint. Which I've never fainted. I know, but and I did we eat before that? No, we
No,
went to eat.
I
We
probably had
prepared.
something for breakfast, like oatmeal or I
We
don't know.
had little beautifully crunchy cracker like cookies. So
And my experience was just like I walked up, got the shot,
I
walked
know.
out.
And that's what I did the first time.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. Like
that's
it's a
so
complete toss
sad.
up. It's not like it's not based on experience. It's just based on you've had a lot of experience getting a lot of different needles.
Yes. Yeah. And I ate cookies after, but they had sugar. They have a little bit of salt. The little crunch thins that you got from Walgreens. Oh my God. They were so
They were
addicting. They
good.
were so good. That and coffee.
Yeah. At that point, we're both feeling really good.
Yeah. And we like were like working it out like while we were sitting there because they have you wait for like 15
15
minutes
minutes, yeah.
afterwards to make sure that you don't have reactions. And we were just like stretching
Yeah.
it and everything. And we thought, we got this because the first time we were already sore by that time.
Yep. Well, you were. I wasn't sore until we got home, like right before bed. I was like, "Oh, I can feel what you're feeling now." But we were feeling good and like that whole night, like cuz it was Sunday, so it was Valentine's Day. Like I don't know where, but we both had like a huge burst of energy. We cooked a 3-course dinner, we gave the kids baths and like put them to bed with like no problems. We worked out,
I worked
we
out.
cleaned. No, on
You worked out.
Valentine's
Oh,
Day.
yeah, we did. We both did. Yeah, you're
We
right.
were
We
just
did.
like we killed it. Like that whole day we were feeling so good. And then we went to bed. We were still feeling okay, but our arms were sore. And so like Sunday was great. Then we woke up and
Okay, so that night, though, I was up all night with Kai.
that's
I was up all
true.
night with
You
Kai,
had
just
like a
like,
3 hour like he woke back up after you put him to sleep and then you put him back to sleep a tiny bit and then it was like a 3 hour period of time and then wherever like
hmm
however long that was. I don't remember how the morning started out good, right? Like we woke up and I was like I feel pretty good like I think we made it through this. Oh God. And Sam, you were like, I'm feeling okay, but I'm feeling a bit nauseous,
I
probably
was
because
feeling
I was
really
up all
nauseous.
night. Um, and and so I got up with Ollie. I didn't even go back to take like a nap or anything.
Mm,
Like
I did. I slept with
yeah, you
Kai.
slept until like 8 or 9.
But
And
I had
I
only
mean,
gotten
yeah,
like 3
yeah,
hours of sleep.
because at night, like that's just kind of our routine. Like, so Ollie and I had a great morning. We like played dinosaurs. We like made his dinosaur park thing. We ate together. We both had oatmeal. We like watched something and played like an interactive like learning game, and we read a book, played with some Legos, and then Sam wakes up and she's like, "Do you want to take a nap? Like, do you want to go back to bed?" And I was like, "Sure." So I went back, and I think because Kai, no, you woke up, but Kai was still sleeping.
Oh, I did. I said just go in with him and cuddle him.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
then so I went in with him and did that, and I don't know how long I was sleeping, but then you took him, and then I stayed sleeping, and then when I woke up, I started feeling bad, and at that point it wasn't that bad. I was like, ooh, like I have a headache and my head's starting to kind of throb, and like I'm a little bit achy. So then I got up, got some water, and then we were kind of just going about it. And you're like, I'm just like nauseous. In my mind, I was like, well, that's like not so bad because you're able to like just sit there with Kai
Mm-hmm.
on the chair, but he was also wanting to be pretty active, so you were up a lot. And then it was snowing, and like it was still snowing at that point, and we knew that it was supposed to melt soon, so we wanted to take Ollie out. But then I started to feel really bad. Like I started to get like kind of like sweaty and then really achy and like kind of disoriented. And whenever I'd stand up, then I'd start to get nauseous. But like if I sat down, I was fine, like in terms of like nausea. Then I checked and I had a fever. It was like a low grade fever, it was like 99.5, and then it didn't go up to 100 at any point. It was like 99.8 was like the highest it got.
Mm-hmm.
So from the morning, that was my experience. But then like your nausea got a little bit better after like midday, but then we had pizza, which is
Well,
probably a
because we were
terrible
like,
idea.
no, but we were just like,
Like
I'm not
neither of
gonna
us
cook.
felt great
You're
enough
not
to
gonna
cook.
cook. It was just like one of those
Yeah.
things where it
In
was just,
hindsight, I should have just made rice. Like I should have just made rice like I did today. Like kept it
mm-hmm.
really simple for our stomachs. But
Mm-hmm.
then so you started to feel more nauseous after that, and then you took Ollie outside,
I
and
did.
it
He wanted
is.
to go outside. And of course, he wanted to be pushed on his little swing. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Ollie, I can't push you on the swing. And he was like, just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's like,
Yeah.
get on.
Yeah.
Get on.
He has a way of getting into our hearts.
Ugh.
That
Ugh.
bastard.
Yeah, and he took out his dinosaurs and then he forgot about them. And he said he wanted to build a snowman, but then I started building a snowman and he
I
was
saw that.
like, no. He said, no. Come and swing me on the swing. And I said,
Do
but I'm
you
building
want to
a
build a
snowman. And
snowman?
he said, no.
Mm.
And then when we were coming back up the stairs to come inside, he was like, my dinosaurs, I didn't play with them. And I said, you could play with them later.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my question for other parents. Is there someone in your parental relationship where, like, if they're sick, one of them does more work even if they're sick versus the other
I don't
one? We got
appreciate that
so mad at
question.
each other. No,
Yeah.
but like, I'm not like saying it like
Mm-hmm.
it's differing, not differing opinions, but just like perspectives. But like, obviously, like I'm gonna say that like I know that when, because he said that I was making him feel bad. You said she's telling me to suck it up, but I have
Which
a
you were.
fever. Yeah, well, like I was feeling really nauseous, but I was getting up and doing stuff.
So this is where this conversation might get really, really real, and that's okay. Like I was anticipating this because also this is like first
Oh, I see.
take on us talking about the situation. We didn't have any time yesterday because of how poorly we were feeling, and we both went to bed as early as we could and just tried to
We
survive.
literally went to bed at like, well, he
I
went to
went to
bed
bed
at
at
like
6 with
6,
Ollie.
and I
Um,
went to bed at like 6:30 with Kai.
And then today we've just been trying our best to make it through the day because neither of us are feeling great, but both of us are feeling functional. Um, I feel like that's the difference. I don't think I have been more mad at you in almost our entire relationship than yesterday. Obviously, like I was trying to like battle the sickness, but also that was the only thing on my mind all day, and until probably like 7-ish at night, it was just fury for like when I woke up from that nap at like noon or 1-ish. And I broke it down, and I think it has a lot to do with like my question earlier in the stream, like like what happens when you can't just push through it. And I feel like my body was at that place and Sam's obviously wasn't, or else she wouldn't have been able to do Just Dance and get up and do those things. And so I felt really judged and not like was in like a safe place that I could just feel bad because I felt like all day